Friends, if you're battling to get out of bunkers, let me tell you, you want to hang around, because I've got some serious bits of insight for you that will allow you to play bunker shots that you've never done before. I'm really excited to bring you some bunker play today. I think out of all of the short game artistry that golfers are trying to improve upon, I think this area is one area that has really not improved at all. Kind of goes hand in hand with driving as well. And if you've seen one of my videos where I talk about the driver and bunker play are very, very similar, you'll now understand, watching this video, why that might be. So, as I demonstrated in my little intro there, it's actually a very easy shot. But the thing that we've really lost, and I want to draw your attention to Jason Day. Jason Day has been used as a model of a very dead-wristed, chest-turn golfer that commentators seem to want to lean on and really accentuate about the ingredients that he exposes to good short game and bunker play. Unfortunately, most amateurs have got low speed with the club head. We've got to understand that the more we use our body, the slower the club head is traveling. Because if I simply use my body and I don't encourage leverage, the club head is traveling slower. Now, if there is two shots in golf where we want to see a lot of club head speed, one of them is with a driver, and two of them, my friends, two of them is in the bunker. Because think about what's going on here. The bunker, the sand, is trying to slow your club head down. And if it's trying to slow your club head down, we need to offset that with speed. And if I asked you, pose you a question, stick it in the comments below. How do you create speed with your club head? Do you create speed with your body? Do you create speed with your right shoulder? Do you create speed with your legs? Do you create it with your handle? Now, if we were to list what golfers believe, I can't use my right shoulder, I don't know how to use my legs, I want to stay shut to the target. Well, crikey, if all that's going on, where's your speed coming from? For heaven's sake, we need to make this club head travel fast. And so in my videos, I've often talked about leverage, energy transfer, transfer from the set to the unset. Now, yes, it could unset under, unset over, or release over. To me, depending on how you grip it, depending on how the club face is orientated, will depend on whether you release it under or release it over. But for heaven's sake, guys and girls, we need speed. We need to feel a pull, a load of the golf club and an unload of the golf club. Now, if I am unloading the golf club, it would help if my body didn't travel quickly, because if my body travels quickly, it will pull the golf club. So enough waffle, let's get on with it. Let's get this feeling of this club setting and unsetting. This unsetting down through strike looks like a scoop. But if you pull the golf club and you feel like you can get the handle going closer to the golf ball, invariably you won't unload the club too soon. The only reason why you'll hit it fat or in the gut of the golf ball is if you sit back on your right leg. Now, if you get the ball far enough forwards and you load the ball of your foot, you load the quad, now you've got an opportunity to lock low point in. And then what we want to do is, by doing that, standing open then becomes confrontational with the opportunity of hitting down on the golf shot. And yes, we are trying to hit down on the golf ball, but shallow at the same time. And it's like, oh my goodness, what does hitting down and shallow mean? Well, if we're going to this flag stick here and I set myself slightly square, slightly sharp, and then I open the club face, ball is forwards. When I unload that golf club, and from a face-on perspective, can you see I've got rid of all of my lever? But can you see how the club head is quite high? And so that handle being back and that club head unloaded means that the handle is in line with the head. The head is high, but now as I start to come down, now look how I can be shallow through the ball. Whereas conventionally hitting down on the golf ball has always felt like I've got to drive the handle forwards. And that actually pulls the club head inside, which is nastiness for bunker play. So what we're looking to do is, with this shut stance, trying to get that head on that ball line as early as possible, trying to line the levers up and almost feeling like I've got a little club head overtaking me. Right side of my body is a little bit higher, so it feels like I can get the circle a little bit more inverted and a little bit more to the left. But I'm trying to get the speed of the head as quickly as possible back over here. And with a little bit of luck, when you create that speed, the ball seems to come out rather nicely. And you could see in slow motion there, it's almost like my handle stalled out and the club head carried on. And all of a sudden that club head carrying on gave me some speed down through strike. So I get the golf club unloading and it feels like I've got loads of speed down at the bottom. And the thing keeps on just popping out really very, very high and soft. As opposed to dragging the golf club, which invariably comes from standing open, and we then get this glancing blow across it. We are reducing the speed down at strike, two very different disciplines. Now, if you're dragging and pulling the handle, invariably you are going to be using the leading edge and you're going to be de-lofting the golf club. And then you open the face up to offset that. Whereas you can actually stand with a bit less open face, less glancing blow, more speed with the head, more lean left, and then we can start to get a little bit more pop, a little bit more softness, but it feels more aggressive. It feels more speed with the head and less speed with the trunk, less speed with the body, and all this body turn nonsense. We need speed with the head in a bunker shot. We need to feel how this club head is really unloading. As long as it doesn't compromise where I am with my pressure in my feet, I won't move the low point back. I'll keep the low point forwards. And I'll keep getting the ball coming out softly. So please encourage speed with the club head. Really feel how the club can be pulled. And if you pull it hard enough and load it hard enough, let that handle stall out and create that speed down at the bottom. And that's where you'll start to get this slapping, popping sound, where you feel the club head have that acceleration, really feel like it unloads past the handle. But lock the pressure in. Lock the pressure in into your feet and allow this club to feel like it scoops. I know it feels a little bit counterproductive, but where we've all stood open and we've come from effectively wickedly inside, that's my ball line, that's me standing open. I've effectively swung dramatically inside to my foot line. And so then, if I was to then make my foot line like this and continue to swing my club across my body in the same manner, my path line would be dramatically inside. And so what we've done is we've used the leaning forwards of the shaft to get the dig, and then left the face open, and then we've just moved around the ball to line it back up to the target. Absolute crap. So when you get yourself a lot straighter and then you stop. If you're tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves, head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are premium leather golf gloves that are trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. Use my code GOODGOLFCOACHING for 10% off your next order, and I promise you, you won't ever look back. By unloading the lever more, you'll create that angle of attack, that height that you need of the head, but you'll create the loft down through strike here. And you'll start to hear that pop. You'll start to hear the back. So it's a different way of thinking about using your levers in a bunker, standing square, ball forwards, unloading it as hard as you can. But as long as the load and pressure is in your left leg, the loft will come on the golf club and you will be able to unload the levers and get those popping shots. Lots of information to take in there. Do drop a comment in the box below to share your thoughts. Hopefully the demonstration has proven to you that there might be something in this. The broom drill is a cracker. It'll make you feel what I'm trying to expose here in the bunker, and I'm going to do a broom drill on bunker play because I think that's going to be really useful for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Give us a like, maybe subscribe while you're here, and who knows, you might consider this to be good coaching.